Hello, well I'm at the Wilson Gallery, which is in Cheltenham, Gloucestershire, and it has the most wonderful collection of arts and crafts, furniture, textiles, ceramics and metalwork, in fact one of international importance. And there's work by all the famous makers, and I really have been itching to get here to have a look around, so I thought I'd share it in this little clip. And of course, the Sussex chair. And this is obviously an original made by Morris & Co. from 1864 onwards, and it's exactly like the one I made in the film, excepting obviously it's been ebonised finish. But a lovely fine rush seat there using fine rush and lovely turnings. This is an earthenware jug by, yes, I think you can guess probably, William de Morgan, and it's dated about 1888. So it's a white slip with a cobalt glaze. And again, he used to make a lot of lovely tiles as well. Particularly pleased to see this ladder back, which is one which was made by Ernest Gimson about 1895. It's a lovely simple ash ladder back, and in fact I have made one of these, and it's a very satisfying kind of chair to make. I particularly like the sort of slender shape of those back slats, and also the way they have those sort of upturned ends to them. I think it's just very elegant. Behind it is a lovely cupboard designed by Ernest Barnsley, and this is the famous one which was made at Pinbury about 1899 out of oak. And I like the simplicity of the materials, but I also like all of this carving. It's like chip carving, and quite a few of my spoon making friends have been using chip carving to decorate spoons and even inlaying with wax. But I think this is really, a very effective way. This is an elm coffer, and it was designed by Frederick Rowlance, and it has a lovely wrought steel fittings on it. Wonderful sort of detailing. I must say, I do really admire this work, and just looking around this gallery, it's really a complete pleasure. A long case clock, designed by Peter Walls, and it has a movement made by W.E. Evans, and again, lovely quality. I have built a long case clock and also a movement, but nothing as elaborate as this. Mine was a simple 8-day clock. But again, just love seeing the sort of workmanship in there. The next item is going to be a bit of a surprise, because these are actually leather panels, and they were designed by C.R. Ashby, and they were actually made by the Guild of Handicraft in 1892. And when you see them, you can sort of tell it's leather, but it's not that obvious because it's been painted. This is a music cabinet, and it was designed by W.A.S. Benson and George Haywood Mornoir Summer in about 1889. And it's actually mahogany, which is a bit more unusual, and it's got boxwood veneers on the doors, but what they've also done is used coloured wax inlay, and you get this lovely effect. And it's quite an unusual sort of approach, but very attractive. And finally, I was really delighted to see this. I've seen it in so many books, but to see it up close, Kelmscott Chaucer cabinet, designed by Vosey in 1899 and made by F.C. Coote. And it's oak with brass fittings, and there's actually red suede underneath the inscribed panels. Lovely piece of work. Absolute pleasure. I do like this arts and crafts work, as you probably gather, and it was an absolute joy to look around the Wilson. I should add that the Wilson is actually named after Edward Wilson, who used to live at Cheltenham, and he was with Scott going to the South Pole and unfortunately perished in the 1912 trip. This is part of the museum storeroom at the side. Again, wonderful, inspiring furniture. It makes you want to sharpen that plane and get your saw out and cut a few dovetails. Absolutely lovely work, and very nice simple materials, nice mainly oak, just beautifully executed and a lovely design. Anyway, hope you enjoy seeing that one, and thanks very much for watching. Bye bye.